Welcome to Geometry CST release question number 77. It says that right triangle ABC is pictured below. And we're given all these measurements here. We're trying to figure out which equation gives the correct value for the length of BC, for BC right here. So let's call it x just to make it easier to write. So I need to solve for x. And so what could I do to do that here? I don't need to actually figure out what it equals, but I'm just trying to figure out what would be the way to do that. And so I could use, let's see what I have. I could use, if I had to figure out x, I could use tangent would be opposite over adjacent. So let's write that down. I've been writing this down pretty much every trig question that we've had so far, but let's keep doing that. I think that's very helpful to do that. SOHCAHTOA. And so tangent would be opposite over adjacent. So I could use tangent of 32 would be x over 8.2, but I don't see that down here at all. But I do know that this is 32 and this is 90, which would mean that right there would be 58 degrees because these three would have to add up to 180. So I could use the tangent of 58 would be 8.2 opposite over x. And I see that right here. I see tangent of 58 is 8.2 over x, which is BC. It's the same thing as BC. Let's check these other ones and make sure they don't make sense though. So sine of 32, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And so we would have BC over 10.6. That's not what we have here. For part B, cosine of 32 degrees, cosine would be 8.2 adjacent over hypotenuse 10.6. That doesn't help us solve for BC at all. So not that one. And then sine of 58, so talking about this angle right here, the sine with respect to that angle would be opposite 8.2 over hypotenuse 10.6. Doesn't have the x or the BC in there at all. So choice C, that held true. It was the only one that was true. Choice C is the answer for number 77.